Bud.
Hey, Jen.
How are you? Good to see you again.
Good to see you. How you been?
Very good. Guess what? I brought a friend of mine.
Hello. How do you do?
This is Denise.
Hi, Denise.
And,
Nice to meet you too, Bud.
you know, I was so happy last year. I came and had just great service, and you took me around. And Denise has been running into roadblock after roadblock with, she had a little accident with her car. And, well, tell them what happened. I mean, this is just...
Well, I have a couple of questions. I had an accident with my new little car, and I love my new little car. And my insurance company pretty much said to me, I have to go to this place or this place to get my car repaired.
You told me that's not true, right?
Well, first of all, I didn't like them telling me where I had to go, but I did check out these other places, and I have to be honest with you, I wasn't very impressed with the person I was dealing with. I wasn't very impressed with the establishment itself, and I really didn't want to take my car there. And then I remember Jenny had told me about a really good experience she had here with her car, so I thought maybe I would come and visit you. Although you're not approved by my insurance company, I don't know how that all works. Maybe you could explain it to me.
Well, basically in a nutshell, no insurance carrier, no matter who you have, cannot tell you where to get your car fixed. Whether you're the insured or you're the third party, you have a right to get your car fixed wherever you like.
That's what I was hoping.
To choose a shop of your choice. And there's a lot of things they can do. They can refer, they can suggest.
Right.
But if you say to them, Mr. Insurance Company, Kelley and Souder is going to do the repair on my vehicle, that's where I feel comfortable. You don't even really have to give them reasons. It's where you want to go.
Right.
And that's the way the law is, and that's what you can do.
Okay.
So you don't even need an exemption, any sort of different paperwork. You just tell them that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Once you say to them, I appreciate everything you're telling me about these other people, but I really don't feel comfortable there. I've gotten good referrals from other people.
Right.
My friend Jen has come here and she just raved about the place. It should be a closed conversation.
So my insurance company's not going to drop me?
No.
Okay. I'm not going to have a problem with reimbursement?
Pay extra or anything?
Not going to increase rates or anything?
They'll use all kinds of, I like to call them scare tactics.
And I'm scared.
Yeah, and they did a good job.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah. The biggest thing, what I hear from a lot of people is they say to them, when you want to get your car fixed at Kelley and Souder, well, they're not on our list. So the people think, well, then I can't go there. Not the case. The only difference between me being on a list and not being on a list is they have to have one of their staff guys look at the car. Once the staff guy looks at the car and you give me a copy of that estimate, I go over the car with that staff guy. If there's something there that I don't agree with, we call them back when we get the car in for repairs.
Okay.
Another thing they might try to say to you, well, if you have a problem at that shop, we can't help you. Well, you're not going to have a problem because you're dealing with me, who you want to go to.
Things, yeah.
You got good referrals from Jen. Another thing is, well, they might not be able to fix your car quick enough. In Pennsylvania, they have 5 days to look at the car once you report the claim.
Really?
And normally in that amount of 5 days between workload, getting parts, and all the progress or all the stuff that we have to go through, 5 days is not a lot of time. Okay, if you go into a repair facility, especially in the heat of winter when there's a lot of work, and they can work on your car quicker than 5 days, maybe you don't want to go there. It's kind of like going into a restaurant and the parking lot's empty. You know, you're kind of like, ooh, is this really a good
Gives you a
spot?
sense of what's going on,
Exactly. I mean, we're normally a week and a half, 2 weeks out in busy time of the year.
No, it's really
No,
not.
it works out usually fairly well. And it all depends on the magnitude of the hit, too. If it's a smaller job, it might be sooner. You know, if it's a bigger job, it might be a little bit more of a delay. But normally with rentals, that's another thing they try to scare people with is like, well, if your rental runs out, we're not going to be able to help you. Majority of the time, your rental is covered for 30 days or a dollar amount, which adds up to usually around 30 days. So if your car is wrecked on the 1st, you have to the end of the month to get the car fixed. 85% of the time, we're going to do that. So that's not an issue.
And that is what it is. Okay.
So basically, the bottom line is, there's anything that they're telling you is bogus.
Right.
It's, you know, it's basically trying to scare you that for you not to come here.
Right. And I was a little concerned, but heard good things about you, and I'd really appreciate it if maybe you could take me around and show me some of what you showed Jen last time, and maybe we could do some business. Wow. Looks really bright and clean for a collision and repair place.
I told you. I said I couldn't believe when that was my reaction when I came, wasn't it?
Well, the other places that I went to, just I got to be honest, they were kind of dingy, dirty. Not that I expect everything to be polished and clean in a place where you're repairing cars, but it's a nice, airy, clean atmosphere, and I want my car to be taken care of.
This car is basically ready to go in the paint booth.
Wow.
Now,
So
the difference on the one that's in the paint booth, we have this area all in color. And then what we're going to do is we're going to clear coat the rest of the area while you're here.
Wow, but the first thing that comes to my mind right off the bat is I'm not overwhelmed by fumes, paint fumes, and the smell, and I feel like this air in here kind of seems really clean. Is that true?
Yeah, pretty much you hit the nail on the head. Basically, this is a downdraft positive pressure spray room. This media topping along here is filtration system. The air is pumped down through there, over the car, and out through the bottom.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow. So yeah, I do actually see sort of a downward draft there, where the plastic coating on the car is being forced down. So that's why we're not breathing in any fumes, and no dirt particles get mixed in with your paint.
Out through the bottom.
Wow.
And the air changes so fast, you think you would feel it, but it's just a constant airflow down over the car.
So
it's actually a little bit of a positive pressure, so no dirt from the outside can get into this room. It's all pushing out over.
Understood. So it's pretty much state of the art.
And what we did is we repaired the area, we primed it, and now we have our base coat of color on the car.
Right.
Now, you see this little bit of a flare out through here. Once we get done clear coating this car, which Ed is going to do as soon as we walk out, of here, he's going to start from here and work his way back, and he's going to clear coat these two panels entirely. When he's all done with the car, that line that you see there is going to disappear.
It's going to disappear.
It just all blends. It all blends beautifully.
Very good. I like that. Very impressive.
I mean that's clear.
Right.
But you see it's not fogging up the rim.
No.
You're getting a little bit over by Matt, but
Not at all. Looks good. Looks good. Very good. That is pretty.
Gorgeous.
Wow, look at the sheen and the shine, and it's just so smooth.
And what's neat is you have a black car,
Yeah,
so
I
you know
can really
you're going to
see.
get results like this.
And you can see like where he faded the color here,
Yeah.
and where he faded the color down here, and we saw that line up in there,
Okay.
and now that's totally gone.
Right.
Wow.
It's a little warm in here right now because he just put it on bake.
Okay, so you have to
Yeah,
bake this and seal it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, only thing the baking does, it dries the clear harder. So rather than this car sitting in here for 5 or 6 hours, it can sit in here for 45, 50 minutes.
Wow.
Let it cool down for an hour, and then we can start putting the car back together. And we could actually deliver this car this afternoon if we wanted to.
I'm gonna say it looks brand new. It looks spanking brand new.
Let me ask you a quick question. I was able to bring Denise in just because she's a friend, but what if somebody is just tuned in and they have some questions? Do you mind phone calls to inform people about what's
Not at all.
going on in the
People can
industry?
call me anytime they like, as far as if they're a little bit shaky, if they feel as though they're not being treated the way they should be treated from the insurance company. I'll answer anybody's questions, and that doesn't really matter. You know, if they had somebody else, like a buddy of theirs or a friend repairs a car or something. I'm not necessarily talking about just for us.
Right.
It's just like, I don't want people to get trapped into something they don't want to do. Because once somebody fixes a car and it's fixed improperly, try to take it back the other way. It's very difficult to do. You know, so you want to make sure you're where you feel comfortable. That's the big key.
And I do feel comfortable that the owner is here, you know, different than some of the bigger box chain places. You know, you don't get that hands-on personal touch. Like, I feel you're more involved here.
Thank you, Denise.
And
I appreciate that.
you take pride in your work, and I look forward to doing business with you.
Well, our name's in the front of the building, so we do like to take care of people. We've been doing it for a long time, and talk to other friends and neighbors, and I'm sure you'll find out that, you know, all you hear was good about us.
Good
Okay.
reputation. All right, great. Well, thanks. Good
Jenny,
to
it was
see you
good
again.
seeing you.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Denise,
much.
thanks for coming
Okay,
by,
no
and,
problem.
we'll see you when you bring your car.
Okay,
All right.
see you
Have a good
soon.
night.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.